A very good morning, students. We are back with our structural geology map practical video series, and today's topic of discussion is the section drawing or cross section drawing. Okay, so in our previous class we had drawn this map for a two bedding plane. So now I will try to draw a cross section for this map. We have to draw a section along AB. So this is A and this is B, so we have to draw a section along here. So let me explain what is a section drawing. Okay, first, so if you see a map like this, it is a bird's eye view of a geology of the area, right? So this is just like a top of a cake. So what is section drawing? If you cut the cake in half and if you see the sideways, it is called as, it is just like a cross section of this map. So what we had made earlier is some cake. So now what we are going to do is we are going to cut this area along AB, and we have to find which rock is where and what are the thickness and all these details. Okay, so this is what we are going to do as a geologist, especially a structural geologist, and this is a primary task of a geologist when you are working in the mining or other type of engineering works. Okay, so let us try to do this. So the very first step is we can use a graph sheet or a A4 sheet for our section drawing. So now I'm just trying to use a white sheet for section drawing here. So the very first step is we have to mark the AB line. So this line is the extension line of the left hand margin of the map, that is the western margin of the map, and this line is the extended line of the eastern margin of the map. Then what we have to do is we have to fix the region of the profile drawing. So in this line you can see the lowest contour value will be somewhere near 80 and highest contour will be somewhere near 120. So what we can do is we can keep 10 meter more from the top as well as 10 meter less from the bottom, so that our section drawing will be quite complete, right? So we'll start with 130 at the top and 70 at the bottom. Then we will fill other values like 80, 90, 100, 110 and 120. So these are the profile elevation of this AB line. Okay, so we had marked the starting and ending of the map and we had fixed the elevations like this. If you are using a graph sheet, you will be having the horizontal lines which you can just like that use it, no problem, without any problem you can use that. If you are using a A4 sheet, you can use a scale and we have to mark these points here and also here, then we have to draw a horizontal line. So whatever is convenient for you, you can go for it. The next step is to draw the topography in this region, and as you know, the topography of this area is expressed by the contour lines, and in your AB line you have so many contours. So what we have to do is we have to project this contour lines in this profile line. So the very first contour that appear here is 80 meter contour. Okay, so that we have to point this 80 meter contour just above this point. Then we have the next contour which is 90 meter, so we can keep a point here. Then we have the next contour as 100 meter, that also you can keep just in the 100 line. Then we have 110, we can keep it in here. Then we have the 120, so that we can keep it here, right? So this is how we have to place the contour values. Same way we have 120 here, so 120 and then 110, then we have 100, 90, 80. So this is the contour values that crosses this AB line at particular points. So this is how the topography is to be projected in the section. So now what we have to do is we have to connect these dots and make the profile line. So as you can see, it is starting from 80 to 90, it is an uptrend. So we can start the profile line below 80. We will draw a line from 80 to 90, then we have 100, then we have 110, then we have 120. There is no 130 contour, so you have to take a U-turn from here towards here without touching this top line. If you are touching a line in this point, which simply means you have 130 contour, but actually it is not there, so you have to keep the profile line below this line. Like this you have to move to 120 here, then 110, then 100, then 90, then 80, and we don't have a 70 meter contour in this way, in this place. So you have to end this line above 70, that is in this region. So let us try that. So this is how the profile line is. So what we did now is we had present the topography in this profile line. The next step is we have to present the bedding plane here. Okay, so how to present the bedding plane? We have the strike value for the bedding planes. So we have to choose one bedding plane first, and we have to project it there. So the very first bedding plane here is grid by green sandstone, that is 80 meter strike is here. So you can keep a point here which is indicating 80 meter strike. Then we have 90 meter strike here. So the same way we have keep 90, then we have 100, then we have 110, then we have 120. So in the previous case what we did is we are just freehand drawing for the profile line, but this case is a bedding plane. It will be a plane, right? So you can use a scale and draw a straight line connecting all the 5 points. And remember, if your points are right, all the point will be lying in a straight line. If you have made any mistake, that is parallelism gone or any other mistake, then this point will not lie in a same line. So here you can see all the points lie in a straight line. So we made it a bit perfect. And you can see also the grid bed starting from here. So you can see grid bed is here, and it is actually ending somewhere here. So it is ending here the same way. So what we did is we had made the very first bedding plane contact in this profile. So the next thing what we have to do is we have to present the green sandstone by red sandstone here, and the value for green sandstone, red sandstone is 60 here. We don't have a 60 value here. Then we have 70 strike. So we have 70, you can keep a point here. Then we have 80 followed by 90, then we have 110, then we have 120. So we have kept all the 5. You don't need a 130. If you want, you can, if you have 120, you can also keep it here. Then if you want, you can also keep 130 here, but it is not required. So what we have to do is we have connect all these points in a straight line. So it ends actually here, which is just above this. So profile is somewhat right? So if you want to do for the next beds, what you can do is you can move this point further down by 25 meters. So this is 10, this is 20, this will be 25 at the middle of the line. In the graph line, you will be having the mid lines also. You can use that if you want. Like this, you can draw the profile for the all other beds. Okay. So what we drawn is the profile of this two bedding plane. Okay, that is green sandstone bedding plane line we have drawn, and then we have drawn the green sandstone red sandstone profile line. If it will be a small doubt in your head that the map will be having same scale in both length and breadth, right? That is 1 centimeter equal to 100 meter, which means if you move in this direction as well as in this direction, the scale will be same, that is 1 centimeter equal to 100 meter. But if you see the profile, the change is like 10 meter vertically and 100 meter horizontally. Is this a right section, right? That will be the question. So the answer is this is an exaggerated section. So let us see how much this section is exaggerated, right? So there is a formula. Let us see what it is. Actually the scale they had given us, horizontal scale in the map is 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meter. And in the section what we use a vertical scale is 1 centimeter equal to 10 meter. As you can see, if you move 1 centimeter up, there is a change of 10 meters, right? So there is a difference in the scale. So this profile is called as the exaggerated profile. So we have to find the amount of exaggeration. So we have to mention how much it is exaggerated. So to find the amount of exaggeration, there is a formula, that is the amount of exaggeration is equal to horizontal scale by vertical scale. Here horizontal scale is 100 and vertical scale is 10, so we will be getting 10 times. That is, this profile has been vertically exaggerated 10 times. So in general, in a map, the length and breadth will be of same scale, but in a profile sometimes you may have to show the beds in a detailed way. So we have to exaggerate the profile line. So that is what we did. But when you are exaggerating the profile, you have to mention it in the map itself or in the profile itself. So this section is not the perfect scale section, it is actually exaggerated section, just like a 3D model of a world. Okay, so where you can expect such a type of exaggeration. So thank you. If you have any doubts, mention in the comment section. I will try to explain in the upcoming video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.